Hi folks, and welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing religion once again, and today we're going to be discussing the Christian religion once again. And before we get started, I'm going to have to open with my usual statement. If you are easily offended by material like this, or if you are not willing to open your mind to new possibilities and new ways of thinking, go ahead and click this off right now. You're probably not going to enjoy it. So with that said, here we go. Today's video is about the Dead Sea Scrolls and why the Catholic Church is repressing these scrolls. Now, the Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered, and very quickly they dated them to see what time frame period they came from, and they found that these scrolls were dated to the exact same time frame as the biblical scrolls that the Bible was based on. And the subject matter in there has widely been not released for whatever reason, but they've even purported that a lot of these scrolls were even written by the same people as the scrolls that comprise the Bible. Now, my question is a pretty simple one. Why is the Catholic Church repressing this? A lot of these scrolls that they found from this era are locked in a vault in the Vatican in Italy, and they will not acknowledge them as part of the Bible. They will not allow people to see them, and I find myself wondering why. Because rumor would have it that there have been different things that Jesus Christ spoke about in his ministry, one of which was reincarnation. Now, I've done the video on the hell story and my beliefs about that. So, and if you want to watch that one. But this goes into man-made stories again. If Jesus Christ actually did do sermons on reincarnation, then the hell story goes straight out the window. And the hell story is what the Catholic Church, I believe, in my opinion, devised to scare people into the religion and force them into subjection. So you can't have the hell story and have the resurrection or the reincarnation story. They don't mix. So I think since the hell story suited man's need, suited the Catholic Church's need, I think they kept the hell story, which they made up, I believe, personally believe, and they discarded any scrolls that pertained to Jesus speaking about reincarnation. Now, why would they do that? Well, the reason is pretty simple, because those two stories can't mix. The hell story suits their need, or suited their need at the time much more adequately. I would love to see someone approach the Vatican or approach the Pope and confront them openly. I would do it myself if I could get there, about why are they making such a big secret of these scrolls. If they are real, and depending on what they say, I don't think the content is really relevant. Let people look at them and decide for themselves if they are part of the Bible or not part of the Bible. But to hide or repress this information is, well, it really detracts from your credibility, because what are you hiding and why? I don't understand this, because I think that if these scrolls were written in the same time frame as the Bible was, by some of the same people, then they are, I would consider them to be highly relevant to the Bible and its teachings. So I don't believe that the Catholic Church, I don't believe that they're ever going to release those scrolls, all of them, and I don't think they're going to divulge the details of them, not probably within the next 100 years. I'm sure eventually they'll come out, but by that time, the credibility is, this is a kind of an opinion subject here. Because of certain people in the United States, in worldwide ministries that have done some very foolish things on an individual level, like Jimmy Swaggart, Bob Larson, and Jim and Tammy Faye Baker, the credibility of the church, unfortunately, has been detracted heavily because of this, and a lot of people are falling off the Christian bandwagon. And, you know, from a Christian perspective, that's unfortunate for them, because you're being judged by the actions of a few. So, in order to enhance the credibility of the Church and of the Catholic Church, I think that the Vatican should release these documents. Let it all be transparent. Let it all be out in the open. I mean, if there's nothing to repress or hide, if you are comfortable with the doctrine that you're teaching everyone, then you shouldn't hide this information from them. You should give them this information openly and let them decide from them, for their own self, what they want to believe about it or not believe about it, take it or leave it. But to hide or repress this information is, I would say, almost criminal, because the foundations of what you're teaching people, what Christianity is teaching people, might be shaken by these things, but it's only fair that you give them the option to decide for themselves. So this video is more of a direct statement to the Pope and to the Catholic Church and to the Vatican that you should release these things. I don't see why you're not, because they're relevant and they are important, and it's somewhat criminal in my mind to continue this institution and continue this teaching of this doctrine without telling the whole truth, because I've always believed that if you're going to tell a story, you should tell the whole story and let people decide. So this is going to conclude this video. I really want to know what people have to say about this particular video, because this is, once again, an interesting subject, as I hope all of my videos are. But if you have an intelligent question, comment, inquiry, leave me a comment down below or leave me a video response, and I will get to them as time permits, and I will try to approach everything in due order. And I really hope that this opens your eyes with all my videos. I hope that it really provokes some deep free thought, and I hope maybe we can all learn from this. So with that said, goodbye.